Welcome to TzuChi This Week. I'm Dennis Wu. It's good to have you with us. We have updates from Australia on flooding in Queensland and TzuChi's relief effort. TzuChi's winter relief in China takes the volunteers to Guangdong province to help the needy in Heping County. And we travel to Europe to visit local TzuChi volunteers and see how they're working together to build a Tzu Chi European Union. Tzu Chi has started its response to the worst flooding in 50 years to hit Australia. Taking the first step, volunteers went to 2 emergency shelters in Brisbane to set up service stations and hand out 300 cash cards. While victims are waiting for help to arrive from the government or other aid agencies, the cash cards will put some money in their pockets. Tzu Chi volunteers say they are also in touch with the government, the Red Cross, and other NGOs to coordinate the cleanup effort and start damage assessment trips.
One emergency shelter has around 900 to 1,000 victims, and another has 450 to 500. Today we set up service stations at both shelters.
In response to the floods, Australian Tzu Chi volunteers had handed out a total of 300 cash cards by Thursday evening. Worth $60 Australian, the cards were the first emergency funds the victims had received.
In this waiting period, it's not easy to get cash. For a lot of victims, they are very happy because a lot of them didn't bring anything out with them. These things are a great help to them.
While delivering aid to the shelters, the volunteers are already making plans for follow-up relief work.
We've started coordinating with the city and state governments to see how Tzu Chi volunteers can help with the future cleanup. We'll continue to watch the situation, and if the roads open and there's no danger, we'll consider further disaster assessments.
In contact with the local authorities, the Buddhist charity workers are listening to the needs of local flood victims so they can follow up with appropriate aid.
Tzu Chi's winter aid distributions in China are continuing apace, with the latest stop at Heping County in Guangdong province. Today, January 15th, and tomorrow, on the 16th, food and other winter essentials will be brought to the needy in 6 local towns. To ensure the distribution runs smoothly, a few days ago, a team of Tzu Chi volunteers arrived early in Heping County to finalize all the details.
Using their lunchtime to discuss about the upcoming aid distributions in Guangdong's Heping County, Tzu Chi volunteers are eager to make the event a success. The winter relief to be held across 6 local towns on January 15th and 16th requires a lot of preparation work. Volunteers survey all the venues and finalize details with local authorities.
Tzu Chi volunteers not only bring aid supplies but also love. I think the main thing is to pass along this love. Local authorities are also expressing their approval for Tzu Chi because I believe the seeds of love have been planted in their hearts.
Even the schools that are helping with the distributions are offering more than just the venues.
We are teaming up with our teachers, students and volunteers to help with aid relief. It's a worthy challenge for us because we'll be helping our people.
Amassing their love and goodwill, Heping residents and Tzu Chi volunteers look forward to sharing their love with all the aid recipients.
Staying in China, Tzu Chi already completed the winter relief distributions in Guizhou province last weekend. To help the impoverished there, Tzu Chi has also constructed Dahai villages, with the latest project in Gaolan opening last Sunday. We now travel to Pingyan Township to see how Tzu Chi's aid has changed a local family.
Wanxing Village is one of the poorest communities in Pingyan Township of Guizhou Province, China. High exposure to the sun and lack of nutrition are the main reasons why Luo Guangcai is blind. His family of 12 sits around the fire to keep themselves warm.
Our literacy level is low and I can't find a job. We get by growing corn.
Luo Guangcai's youngest son, Luo Guoqing, left home to make a living and used the money he made to renovate their house. He says since Tzu Chi came to Pingyan, Wanxing Village is changing for the better.
Tzu Chi built a village consisting of 64 houses in Wanxin village in October 2007, giving Luo Guoqing and other residents safe and comfortable homes.
After the home assessment, Luo Guoqing leads the volunteers to his new house and shows them the furniture provided by Tzu Chi. Though the interior is simple, Luo is content with what he has.
With the blanket from Taiwan, we feel better when it gets really cold. If it weren't for the blanket, we would only have this one to use.
With the Tzu Chi coin bank in hand, although the family have a long way to go to a better quality life, Luo Guoqing believes escaping poverty starts with a new house and wants to reciprocate Tzu Chi's love by helping others in need.
On this day, the 15th of January, the building that houses the United States Department of Defense was completed on this day in 1943. The Pentagon is the world's largest and most efficient office building. Constructed during World War II, the building was named after its shape, which was based on the limitations of the original construction site. The building sustained some damage in the 9/11 attack of 2001, but was repaired within a year. Taiwan's Child Welfare Act, first ratified in 1973, was amended on this day in 1993. Laws regarding child custody and guardianship were modified to further protect young people. By 2003, the act was combined with Taiwan's youth welfare law, offering comprehensive care to the nation's youths and children. Breaking away from the conventional printed encyclopedia, the free web-based Wikipedia was launched on this day in 2001. The articles on Wikipedia are written collaboratively by volunteers around the world and are available in 272 different languages. It's among the internet's 10 most visited websites. In France, Tzu Chi held its very first year-end blessing ceremony in Paris on this day in 2006. In the same year, the local Buddhist community invited Tzu Chi to celebrate Vesakha Day, honoring Sakyamuni Buddha together. When sanitation workers went on strike in France in 2007, local volunteers took the opportunity to promote trash reduction by recycling.
In 2006, Tzu Chi's liaison office in Paris held its very first year-end blessing ceremony. The biggest obstacle in carrying out Tzu Chi's missions in Europe is the wide varieties of languages spoken. We now travel to Europe to look at how the volunteers are doing their best to serve.
People often say Europe is a place full of joy and happiness everywhere. We're able to come live in Europe because we have cultivated good karma the previous life.
We're envious of our fellow brothers and sisters back in Taiwan and throughout Southeast Asia. Their hard work and determination put us to shame. We feel like we haven't done anything in comparison, and there's nothing we can do here.
We shall serve throughout the whole of Europe. Most of the people here are Caucasians, right? We should help them understand Tzu Chi.
The European Union aims to bring prolonged peace and prosperity to citizens of its 27 member states. To the Tzu Chi volunteers in Europe, they also wish to unite their selfless love and call forth everyone's compassion across EU. Currently, Tzu Chi has offices in the United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Austria. There are volunteers in Spain, Belgium, Italy, Switzerland, Holland, Denmark, and Sweden. A total of 118 volunteers across 11 countries. There are a few Tzu Chi volunteers in Sweden to collect monthly contributions from her Tzu Chi members. Volunteer Wang Zhenlin decided to do so personally by driving across the country. The trip is at least 1,000 kilometers.
They all tell me, why do you go out of your way to do this? In Taiwan, people walk one street to collect from their neighbors, but you cross the whole Sweden.
Tzu Chi's first chapter in Europe opened in Paris last year. It is an important milestone to local volunteers.
We're
also happy that we finally have a home of our own and that we no longer have to drift from place to place because we rotate our meeting place. Sometimes a person may say her place is not suitable this time around, so we have to find another place in a hurry. So really, we're all very excited.
Though volunteers may live in different countries, they are always ready to assist each other.
Several years back, volunteers in Germany wanted to hold a year-end blessing ceremony but didn't know how, so we went over to help them. Since then, they hold it annually. If volunteers in other countries need help, we gladly assist. It's our responsibility.
We teamed up with the Catholic Church to provide hot Chinese food to over 100 homeless staying at the church's shelter. Then one time when we were canvassing funds from the homeless to help the Haiti quake relief, I saw a man who donated £1 with his dirty hands, which really touched me. To us, that £1 may not be much, but to them it's truly difficult.
To me, I enjoy being able to work together with everyone. When people come together, set aside their differences, and get things done one by one, seeing that is what I like the most.
In Europe, Tzu Chi volunteers may be small in numbers, but are all eager to serve. The Tzu Chi European Union has already taken shape. And now we join Melody Wei in US Tzu Chi 360.
Greetings from US Tzu Chi 360. I'm Melody Wei. Tzu Chi has been in Haiti prior to 2009 due to hurricane relief efforts, but the organization's presence in the country has since grown due to the 2010 earthquake. For the past year, not only have Tzu Chi volunteers been learning to love the Haitian people and their culture, but a similar regard has been growing in return. Moved by their experiences with the Tzu Chi volunteers during the ongoing earthquake relief efforts, local Haitians have begun to reciprocate the Tzu Chi culture of compassionate giving.
Though there have been some improvement in Haiti since the 2010 earthquake, many Haitians still find themselves living like refugees. It's a situation exacerbated by the political situation, the weather, and the cholera epidemic. This is Aries Judson, the nephew of Tzu Chi volunteer John Dennis, a bright and happy child who was part of the back-to-school program. He wished to take care of his mother and two sisters because his father died in the earthquake. Little Aries had a dream of becoming a doctor, but that was not to be. Aries died on December 11th, 2010, yet another victim of the epidemic. While the volunteers were devastated by the death, they used their grief to motivate their efforts in cholera prevention. Local Haitian volunteers have gone to Fontamara and cared for orphanages and shelters, distributing medicine and lots of love and care, but also passing out cholera pills and teaching good sanitation habits, in hopes of preventing more deaths. This concerted and organized effort by the Haitian volunteers wasn't possible overnight. It had its roots in Tzu Chi Foundation's initial earthquake relief efforts. Having learned of the organization through being helped, these local volunteers began participating in volunteer activities such as organizing and bagging school supplies for distributions. Not only did they carefully help sort and pack the bags to be given to needy school children, but they helped in its distribution.
Pour que vous laissez la vie montrer, comme près vous voulez ouais l'on angèle, pourtant déjà qu'on a c'est vous qui donne.
Like other Tzu Chi distributions, a voucher was given to each recipient beforehand to ensure correct delivery of the relief items.
When you receive a package of this,
you might find different stuff because it's from thousands of students in the entire United States.
Les dit yo sorti dans l'école, si moun aux États-Unis, même gens yo gen doit passer en bas dans classe.
With the distribution, given with a bow and a hug, sign language and songs were performed for the school children, who seemed appreciative and full of smiles. The delighted smiles of the children were an inspiration for all involved with the event.
I think I can be a leader. I think I can do the job. I think I'm a good seed. And Tzu Chi put a good seed. When you put a good seed in the land, and that seed will grow up and will make fruit. So those fruit, I will share them with my people so they can be just like me.
In St. Alexander Church, on May 20th, 2010, Tzu Chi hosted one of the earliest volunteer training sessions.
So we actually conducted training classes for the local volunteers, and each day we had about 100 to 150 volunteers show up, so which was a really, really great turnout. And we actually, the last minute, we decided that this should be coming from the local volunteer leaders that we already have. So they were the ones that actually developed the planning in the training program. So that was really nice to see. So the TzuChi members were actually just supporting groups, supporting team members on the side. So it was really, really great. The sessions were phenomenal, and we had a really great turnout. Very, very good feedback, and people were inspired. And a huge success story was the Bamboo Bank program. They started out with just 30 housewives, like the Master Zhen Yan did a long time ago, and now it has expanded to hundreds of volunteers joining into the group.
Very good, very good. 想不到他们都这么几个地区的都会回来，真是不简单，真是不错。
Nous sommes une grande famille, partageant les bonheurs et malheurs de la vie.
I mean, the whole training was just, wow, just great. I mean, those people, they are so enthusiastic, warm-hearted, open, and just amazing. To sing with them, oh, I love that.
Parce que nous sommes
he gave this present to blow their hand this gift.
At the end of the first volunteer training event, a local artist presented a painting to Tzu Chi Foundation, explaining that it was a gift given with the love and thanks of his entire community. Over this past year, 17 volunteer training sessions took place with 1,489 participants, each of them a seed of hope and community activism.
Listen, thank you.
Thank you.
You create a family. You, me, one family. Master Cheng Yan is also part of our family. I'm glad to have met Mr. Curtis. Every day you can make a difference, and I'm glad to work towards this.
In Myanmar, Tzu Chi has been helping farmers improve their livelihood by distributing rice seeds. A single mother of 6 who received Tzu Chi seeds managed not only to grow enough rice to sustain her family, but a surplus to buy 2 cows to help her in the field, and still had enough left to donate back to Tzu Chi to help other farmers. In Myanmar's Yangon region, Kindin Dadun is happy to see the visiting Tzu Chi volunteers. She had a good harvest this season in her rice field, thanks to the seeds the volunteers brought last May. Back then, the 38-year-old mother of 6 had just lost her husband and was lost without a direction.
TzuChi volunteers have taken my husband's place to care for us. When my husband was still around, he did not worry once whether we had enough to eat. But Master Zeng Yan worries about us and sends 1 bag of rice to us every month.
The volunteers not only deliver rice during the monthly visit, but also encouraged Kin Tin Da Dun to stand up again. The single mom took everyone by surprise in just half a year. Not only does she now have enough rice for her family, she can even afford to buy cows and do charity work.
I took 13 bags of rice I grew from Tzu Chi seeds, sold them and bought 2 cows, which can help me work the fields next season. I saved enough rice seeds for planting and even some to donate to Tzu Chi.
Working hard in her rice field, Kin Tin Da Dun is now laboring not only to support her family, but to help those less fortunate, giving her the strength to continue on. In Sri Lanka, Tzu Chi's year-end blessing ceremonies attracted the attendance of hundreds of local people. In the capital, where local Tzu Chi volunteers look after 13 care-receiving households and a home for the disabled, more and more local residents have been enlisted to join the ranks of volunteers. At the first-ever year-end gathering held in the city, more than 100 people took part. But we go to Hambantota first, to the Dai village that is the biggest housing community, built for the 2005 Asian tsunami victims. Around 700 residents attended the year-end blessing ceremony, convened at the Tzu Chi National School.
Among the 700 Hambantota residents attending Tzu Chi's year-end blessing ceremony is Mr. Luton, who lost his wife and children in the 2004 Asian tsunami. Since 2005, he has been personally dropping off his donations at the local Tzu Chi liaison office every month.
I'm very grateful for you, for the help you have given to the people here. If all of us contribute just a little, what we pull together will become a powerful source of strength.
After residents moved into their new homes in the Dai village in Hambantota in 2006, this is the second Tzu Chi year-end blessing ceremony that has been held. Around 700 participants showed up. Meanwhile, at the first ever Tzu Chi year-end blessing ceremony in the capital, Colombo, people are crowding around the windows because all the 100 seats in the hall have been taken up. The MC of the event, Kumara, first heard of Tzu Chi from his friend 2 months ago and was instantly attracted to his charity work, which compelled him to drive for 4 hours just to take part in the home visitations. Kumara has even made up his mind to move his home and factory to Colombo so that he can devote more time to Tzu Chi's work.
That's what I'm looking for. So I think I'm very happy. I didn't think that there are this type of people who are living in this country. But when I go to this place only, I came to know there are several people who are living under this condition. So then it's a good lesson for my life.
Bowing to express their gratitude, children from 13 care-receiving families are thrilled to receive student aid from Tzu Chi. Now in Colombo, more and more local residents have joined Tzu Chi's charity efforts, working for the benefits of their neighbors, countrymen, and the world.
At the end of today's program, we travel to Argentina, where local volunteers visited Pilar Orphanage once again to share love and laughter with the children. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.